Welcome NFL fans, you're locked in for a trip through gridiron history, one classic at a time. In today's second video, we're headed to the Hoosier Dome, October 11th, 1987, where the 2-1 New York Jets took on the 1-2 Indianapolis Colts. Indy came in as 11-point favorites, but just 20,219 fans showed up to see it. The Jets held an 18-16 edge in head-to-head direct play with the Colts, most famously the first one, Super Bowl III. That low attendance figure? Yeah, there's a good reason for it. This was smack in the middle of the 1987 NFL players' strike, when the league rolled out 3 weeks of football played largely by replacement players. Guys pulled off couches, construction sites, and semi-pro leagues to keep the season alive. A handful of regulars crossed the picket line, including quarterback Gary Hogeboom for the Colts and Mark Gastineau and Marty Lyons for the Jets. The Jets were led by head coach Joe Walton in his 5th year at the helm with a 37-30 record and a 1-2 mark in the postseason. Across the field, Ron Meyer was in his 2nd season with Indianapolis and his 5th overall as an NFL head coach. Coming in, he held a 22-17 career mark with a lone playoff loss on his resume. At quarterback, the Jets turned to David Norrie, a former UCLA Bruin whose entire NFL career to this point consisted of one previous game, a 38-24 loss to the Dallas Cowboys, in which he was sacked 11 times. It was just a week before this game. Hogeboom, on the other hand, was an 8-year veteran, mostly a backup in Dallas, making his 20th career start. Coming in, he carried a 72.9 rating and a 55.9% completion rate. Rolling the dice and coming up with a replacement game was kind of tough in finding material. It's almost like the internet collectively decided to forget this weird chapter of NFL history. But it happened. I was there. The game itself was ugly. Hogeboom guided the Colts to a 6-0 win, with all the scoring coming off the foot of kicker Steve Jordan, who nailed field goals from 35 and 25 yards. Hogeboom finished 15 of 28 for 115 yards and a pick. Far from pretty, but just good enough. His top target was Walter Murray, who caught 4 passes for 52 yards. The true offensive star, though, was Chuck Banks, a 12th-round pick of the Houston Oilers in 1986. Coming into the game with just 149 career rushing yards, Banks exploded for 159 yards on 25 carries, more than doubling his total in just one afternoon. For the Jets, it was all frustration. Norrie went 17 of 35 for 163 yards and 3 interceptions. His top weapon was Michael Harper, who caught 5 passes for 56 yards. Meanwhile, the strike would drag on for one more week, lasting 24 days in total. 4 games from each team were outright canceled, with 3 replaced by these scrub lineups. When the dust settled, the AFC East was a logjam. Every team finished between 6 and 9 wins. The Colts took the division at 9-6, while the Jets landed in last, 6-9. Indy's season ended in the divisional round, where they traveled to Cleveland and were blown out by the Browns, 38-21. That's all for now. Like and subscribe. I'm going to get to every game, but in the meantime, keep the laces out and keep the history alive. And I'll see you on the next kickoff. Bye.